We listened to the people and they have spoken. We want updates.
Okay, what kind of update?
Updates! It is time for new items and updates to be released. We are hattening down the batches.
Wait, you mean battening down the hatch?
I know what you said. And Fred!
Okay, seriously, what's going on around here?
I am very confused right now, but will not let that stop me from using code T5G in the item shop. New updates. Let's talk about it. Before we do though, one thing in this video is a terrible idea, but we want to see if any top 5 gamers can guess what suggestion is awful. If you get it right, we'll heart your comment. Now, let's talk about it. New items and vehicle ideas. There's no mobility at all in the latest season, and instead of unvaulting old mobility items, why not add brand new ones? Here's things that need to come soon in Fortnite Season 12. A dirt bike being added to Fortnite. I mean, how haven't we already had a motorcycle or bike added in the last 2 years? Y'all ever play Trials Evolution? You'd think it would have been added by now, but I guess not. If a dirt bike was added in Chapter 2, there wouldn't be any overpowered weapons on it or protection, just a simple vehicle to do tricks with, and maybe peck at some players while you make your getaway. There's another idea which we saw, which would actually be hilarious, and I kind of wish Epic would add into Fortnite, like, right now. I'm of course talking about none other than a tire. Yes, that is right, just a tire. We've all seen stuff in either films or viral videos where someone has got into a tire and rolled down a hill screaming at the top of their lungs. I mean, why not have something as fun as a tire added into the game? That would be fun. But then again, I would probably take any vehicle at this point so long as it's not overpowered. And like I said, this could make for some hilarious moments just like the shopping cart. At the end of the day, I just want more mobility. Next thing you know, we've got Paul Blart with the Segway or a Fred tank. Just to list off some great items that can be added that aren't vehicles, I could bring up something like a shield bazooka instead of a bandage one. Some more melee weapons that aren't overpowered like lightsabers or the infinity blade. Oh, and also if Epic wants to continue the trend of annoying us and adding troll items, then a sticky grenade launcher would be pretty amazing.
I mean, what could go wrong with a sticky grenade launcher?
Well, there is the idea of adding new traps or even more placeable items. We've had chiller traps, campfires, launch pads, and ideas like that. But what about this concept where standing on these pads will do things like silence your footsteps, slow down your enemy's movement, or even regenerate your shield like a campfire? Again, this is a wish list, but we can't help but want all of these things, as unlikely as they are, to be added. If you have an idea for a great item that you think would be amazing for Fortnite, tell us about it. We'd love to hear what you guys want to be introduced in Chapter 2, because let's be honest, with this fresh island and loot pool, anything could happen, and that's what is so exciting about the future of Fortnite going into 2020 and beyond. Next up is new updates and features. We thought of some great items or features that can be cool if added into Fortnite. These are just ideas and concepts though, so I don't think we'll be seeing them anytime soon. But hey, we can dream, right? Starting off for a great addition to Fortnite would be an Elimination Replay, and it could either just be a regular replay or a play of the game kind of thing. It depends, really, although the first one would have to be for solos only because, well, it'd be a pretty unfair advantage to know where someone is. We can already spectate the person who eliminated us in solos, so why not show how they did it? We can go into replay mode, but imagine doing that in Call of Duty. It's just annoying and defeats the point. Like, if I'm already salty that I just died, you will absolutely not catch me going into replay mode just to see myself getting blasted, but it'll definitely be helpful when I'm salty and I can at least learn what happened. There's so many times I think I'm all in the clear in an open field and I'm just minding my own business, and then boom, I get one shot out of absolutely nowhere. So it'd be a nice addition for sure. Or play of the game, where it either shows your best moment during the match or your teammates. That would be pretty dope as well. Another sick addition could be some new ways to edit walls. They could be really game changing. I mean, how cool would it be to see all the sweats and pro players try and adapt to new ways to play the game and new edits? It'd definitely bring out some new tactics. I mean, double doors? That's actually a pretty solid idea, and I'm shocked Epic hasn't added anything like these yet. It's not just limited to this list of ideas. There's other edit styles for walls, ramps, and even floors that could be added, so it'd be weird to see what Fortnite could come up with if they wanted to. So changing up the edit system would be cool, but what about a simple addition to the game setting which would make people's lives so much easier? An option where you could just switch it on and you save so much time. We're talking about auto-switching rarity on your guns. So if you have something like a purple pump shotgun and you want to pick up a gold one, then having the option on will let you swap the weapons without having to replace it with anything else in your inventory or pick it up to fill a slot. However, this concept was made in 2018, long before we got the ability to hold the pickup button to swap. So I have a suggestion. Why not add this feature, but make it so you automatically switch rarities to a higher one just by walking over the item? Like when you automatically pick up ammo or open doors. I think it would be a great little setting to add. Oh, and those upgrade benches that barely anyone uses this season, well, someone suggested how you could make them much better. Fortnite could start off by adding suppressors or a separate item that you could then put onto your gun at a side grading bench, or even take a suppressor off of a gun that already has one. Epic could also let you turn 2 regular pistols into dual pistols at the bench, or use side grading more to let us upgrade between tac shotguns to heavy, then to pumps, and then maybe the double barrel or combat. Also, let us upgrade snipers, SMGs, pistols, etc. You get the point. Also, a simple thing to add would be to let us auto pick up stuff like minis, bandages, and grenades if we already have them in your inventory. Just saves time, honestly. And finally, for simple editions, Epic really, and I mean really, need to add better updates that are weekly again. The feeling and excitement behind updates happening every week was one of the driving forces and best parts of Chapter 2, and having people logging in and being disappointed every month at this point just isn't good at all. You want the weekly updates back, but we're not stopping there. Keep watching, because, man, we think Fortnite really needs this when Chapter 2 Season 2 comes around next month. That's right, better storylines and more events. I mean, it's kind of obvious when you think about it. Ever since Chapter 2 began, we've only had one live event, and it was the Star Wars one, which was kind of boring, kind of an ad. Chapter 2 Season 1 has been going on for the same length as 2 regular seasons from Chapter 1, which means we should be on our second, if not third, live event by now. Not only that, but all the events from Chapter 1 were connected by a single storyline, and yet in Chapter 2, there barely even is a storyline. So we'd love to see multiple events that are well set up through Season 2. We've always had some sort of build-up, right? With the missile being built or the cube roaming the map, stuff like that. That was exciting, and it was something people could follow and keep track of to pass the time. And then it finally made sense when the events ended up happening. So let's have more of this in Season 2. We haven't had any build-up at all for any event whatsoever in Chapter 2. So not only would we like to see storyline creating hype for events, but we'd like to see more events in general. Also, with the storyline in Chapter 2, it's literally just loading screens. That's it. So let's have more engagement with the storyline in the future, like when we hit the runes and move them across the map as a community to get it to the vault and unlock it. And while we're on this topic, Epic, I'm talking to you one-on-one here. If you're listening, which, well, hopefully someone is,
Please fix the servers for events.
for the last 3 or 4 events we've had, half of the player base has not been able to log in because Epic's launcher went down or something like that. Just prepare better. But we're not here to shout at Epic or anything like that. That's not what this is. Fortnite has given us years of great memories, from watching the rocket launch with our friends to fighting each other with lightsabers. It's been a wild ride, and we cannot wait for the future. Chapter 2, no matter where it takes us. Speaking of the future, we've all seen the new Icon series with Ninja, Pokimane, and Jordan Fisher getting cosmetics, so let's talk about some great concepts for other creators. So with Ninja's skin coming out, we'd absolutely love to see the Fortnite creators getting the recognition they deserve for dedicating themselves to the community for this long. You guys, of all people, probably want to see your favorite streamers and YouTubers in the game. Imagine a monthly Icon skin drop. I mean, Ninja was obviously just the beginning, and we have tons more to look forward to. So we've searched the internet for concepts of skins for existing YouTubers and streamers, which would look dope as Icon series skins. This Dr. Lupo skin concept is really unique. I mean, look at that pickaxe. Whew, I love the Dr. Lupo reskin of the party animal pickaxe. That looks really cool. Not only that, but I think Lupo really does deserve a skin. I mean, he's contributed a lot to Fortnite, and with what he does for charity and the community, it's time for Epic to give back. The skin doesn't have to look like this. It could just be Lupo himself, but I would buy it no matter what it looks like. Other creators could be given skins too, like both TSM Myth and Daquan. I absolutely adore the look of both of these concepts, which were made by EA Skate. I definitely buy a Daquan emote with him raging. I think we all would. There were even hints in the game files that hats, victory poses, and even custom battle buses were in the works. So yeah, Epic should definitely add stuff like hats and weapon charms. We get pets, toys, and tons more in previous seasons. So what is stopping these being added in the next season of Fortnite? But that's enough about item shop stuff. What have we covered so far? Features, cosmetics, events, but there's a few more things that some people might not even think about when talking about Season 2 up next. The Battle Pass theme. So if I tell you or anyone everyone out there to guess what the Chapter 2 Battle Pass theme is going to be. Yeah, we have absolutely no idea. I mean, the alter ego thing is barely going anywhere at this point because we've had to stare at loading screens, so who knows what Season 2 will bring us. We're assuming it'll probably lead off the current alter versus ego storyline, which we've been covering for the last few weeks. But if not, we have a suggestion of our own. Over the years, we've had pirates, snowstorms, monsters, robots, cowboys, zombies, and just a ton of different wacky themes for each season. So why not delve deeper down that path? What about something like an ancient Egyptian themed season or a great flood? There's a Reddit post with a list of skin suggestions for the battle pass, like a mummy and Osiris skin, and my favorite of all, the llama pharaoh. Imagine Fred as an ancient Egyptian. Wow. Let's make it happen, people. Let's go. But we hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash a like on it and check out our other theories video that we just posted on why Season 2 kind of let us down, talking more in depth about all of that goodness. You're not going to want to miss it. Check it out. Annotation on screen. Bye-bye.